Do you remember when Hollywood told us to come together and worship Obama?
So let us summon a new spirit of patriotism, of responsibility, where each of us resolves to pitch in and work harder and look after not only ourselves but each other.
I pledge. I pledge to be the voice for those that have no voice.
To consider myself an American, not an African American.
To always represent my country with pride, dignity, and honesty.
To sell a culture of intelligence instead of ignorance.
To fight.
To become aware.
To educate. To not give up.
To defend
issues that I care about.
I pledge to be of service to Barack Obama.
Oh, you gotta love those Hollywood actors. Now, it wasn't exactly the same reception when it came to Trump, just a little bit different reception.
Anybody but Donald Trump! Anyone! We are not gonna be okay.
And I guess the message that I want to like spread out to other women is exactly what you're saying, is not to give up. Sorry, I hate fucking crying on camera, but is not to give up, because this is so important, and it's easy to say throw in the towel and that we're gonna leave.
Hey, Clint, let's run this clip. This happened. This is how passionate they were about dancing semi-nude at Mike Pence's house.
Mike Pence is going to take the second highest office in our country, and he has passed quite horrific anti-LGBT laws. He has also taken staunch stances against the LGBT community, and we are not okay with that.
So horrific laws, really? Can anyone name them? Is it the fact that Governor Mike Pence disagrees with you? It's just, they just throw out the term horrific.
They could have been denied.
Yeah, well, that must. He has an R next to his name.
They could have been denied pizza at some point.
They could have been denied pizza at some point. Maybe he asked them to get off his lawn. I don't even think they were escorted. Mike Pence didn't do it. He didn't even lift the shade.
No.
All right, let's roll clip 2.
Dance has historically been a really powerful symbol for the LGBT community. It allows us to tap into our bodies and use our bodies, use movement to promote a movement. We are here and we will dance.
Oh my gosh.
Someone argued that you're tapping into one another's bodies too much, sir.
Yes.
That doesn't seem to be your problem, as a lack of tapping into one's body. But I think I saw something there. Can we replay that clip? Did you see that?
Yeah. That one?
To our bodies and use our bodies, use movement to promote a movement. We are here and we will dance.
You had a pretty busy weekend. Or
I
week.
see it.
You took it as a sick day.
What happened? I missed it.
We're going to have to talk after the show.
And I do want to say that I've been very vocal for my support for everyone besides Donald Trump. Heavily supported Bernie, heavily supported Hillary. And I still think that in her lifetime she deserves to be the first female president. And that's what makes me so sad. That in her lifetime she deserves to be the first female president. And that's what makes me so sad. Is that I just wish that she had that opportunity because she's fought for so long.
Watch this guy. Watch it. This is hilarious.
Trump, I'm so mad at you. I'm so mad at you right now. You made Miley cry. You made my Miley cry.
Oh my god.
How dare you? Ever since her show, I've always loved her. And you made her. You're a poohead.
A poohead, dude.
You know that. You're a poohead, Trump.
What the freaking hell, dude? Is this guy like living in his parents' basement still? Is he like 45? He's got like Miley Cyrus posters all over his wall. He's like praying to her every night and, you know, watching every single video that she ever puts out. Donald Trump, you're a boohead. You made this fat SJW that lives in his parents' basement cry. Oh my god. Oh, that was awesome, wasn't it? That was so awesome. And just all manner of videos like this one here, where a number of celebrities got together saying they'll survive a Donald Trump presidency. And of course, you have semi-crazy people like Rosie O'Donnell calling for martial law. Apparently, martial law is better than Donald Trump. It's pretty amazing, actually, watching the meltdown of all these celebrities. Snoop Dogg, Chris Brown, pretty much everybody. Miley Cyrus crying. People becoming hysterical over a Donald Trump presidency. Saying he's akin to basically Hitler. He's literally Hitler, according to a lot of these celebrities. Jan Chamberlain from the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, she quits, refuses to sing for Trump. And I quote, she said, "I've tried to tell myself that it will be all right, that I can continue in good conscience before God and man." Chamberlain wrote in her Facebook post, "I only know I could never throw roses to Hitler, and certainly could never sing for him. Hashtag Trump is literally Hitler." Number 2 on the list, Bruce Springsteen cover band quits Trump inauguration. The B Street Band, well-known Bruce Springsteen cover band, has dropped out of a planned performance at the Garden Gate inaugural gala and has made it clear they've done so because of Springsteen's political opinions. They didn't want to offend Bruce Springsteen, who basically gave them their career. Bruce Springsteen is a little bit anti-Trump, so, you know, you can kind of understand this. Of course, they had a little bit of a backlash when they first initially came out saying that they would be playing at the inauguration. Jennifer Holliday has also dropped out of the Trump inauguration after initially accepting. She apparently had a little bit of backlash from the LGBT community. She writes in a letter to some of her fans, "I sincerely apologize for my lapse of judgment. Please know that I hear you and I feel your pain. The LGBT community was mostly responsible for birthing my career, and I'm deeply indebted to you." Apparently, they think that Nazi Trump will commission Mike Pence to use conversion therapy to make all gays straight again.
Katie Couric tried to bait Betty White into trashing Donald Trump. And God bless Betty White. This is what went down.
It's hard for some people to be positive right now because there's so much negativity from the highest office in the land, or soon to be, to everybody and their brother putting things out on social media. It almost feels toxic, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. And so many people think negatively. It's like, oh, you know what I hate? Oh, I hate this. Instead of, all right, I'll get through this, but you know what I love? Then all of a sudden you start lifting up a little bit. But if you start with, you know what I hate, you're going to go right down the tubes.
Now, you know what's funny? If you don't realize what you're watching, Katie Couric basically just said, "Don't you hate this?" And she said, "No, bitch!"
Today's ceremony, however, has very special meaning. Because today, we are not merely transferring power from one administration to another, or from one party to another, but we are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back to you, the people. For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government while the people have borne the cost. Washington flourished, but the people did not share in its wealth. Politicians prospered, but the jobs left and the factories closed. The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country. Their victories have not been your victories. Their triumphs have not been your triumphs. And while they celebrated in our nation's capital, there was little to celebrate for struggling families all across our land. That all changes starting right here and right now, because this moment is your moment. It belongs to you. It belongs to everyone gathered here today and everyone watching all across America. This is your day. This is your celebration. And this, the United States of America, is your country. What truly matters is not which party controls our government, but whether our government is controlled by the people. January 20th, 2017 will be remembered as the day the people became the rulers of this nation again. The forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer.